The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams that have combined to win 11 Super Bowl titles. The Steelers and the Niners are underway. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 20. Five. First down gets him a couple up to the 27.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Ray McLeod. This is taken at the 23. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 40. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And they run with Harris off the option. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 33 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Back to the air on second down. It's Lance. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to get it to George Kittle. It's tight end. And it's third down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Lance looks to throw again. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Lance again here on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down in distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Lance on the bootleg. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. It's brought in by Harris. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have the Steelers' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of 22. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Roethlisberger. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. On play action, Lance steps away. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Lance a handoff here to Mostert. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun on third down, Lance. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Javon Kinlaw breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Johnson the intended target, but it'll be second down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now Benjamin. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Now a first down carry for Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. K'Wan Williams, the one that got him down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. It's Harris. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Now a toss play. It's Harris. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone. And it changes the way you approach the second half as well. You want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Escaping, and a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Samuel bringing in the slant. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. This time they stay on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Harris. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Roethlisberger. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Returning, it's Benjamin. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
James has got it. Complete. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2nd and 10. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris, and he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. And they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second and 11 now. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Room to run inside the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Space to run past the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Check 26, check 2 of them. Solid, tighten up.
Harris. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Second down and 8. Now it's Roethlisberger. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Roethlisberger will throw. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On the defensive end, Cameron Sutton with the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Gets around him. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3 yards on first, 4 on second, and now 5 on 3rd down. Move the sticks. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Lance. He'll swing this out to Mostert. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Lance now to throw. That's swung out to Mostert. Touchdown! Raheem Mostert from 13 yards out. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On third down, here's Harris. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion.
7-7.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. On second down, Mostert. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Here's Mostert. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Tyson Alualu in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. T.J. Watt. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Well, when this drive began, the offense only needed a field goal, but the defense ramped up the pressure, and after back-to-back sacks, they're feeling confident they might keep them off the board.
Is able to put it through, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there. And that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. One last shot for Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.